We have lower body today, and this one is a little, well, I was going to say fun. It is because it's a little different. Because this one's the one where we have added the kickbacks and then stiff-legged, and I feel like, is it? And I think that's about it. And we did add the adductors again. So I like it because it's just, yeah, a little different. It's kind of fun to see me go through these movements because it's been a while since we've done them. And this is the second time we will be going through the full split. So the second time doing this exact lower body workout, because the last time we were doing the kickbacks and I was pretty weak, and I'm like, okay, so this is interesting because I'm like, actually really love doing the kickbacks. I'm like, why didn't we used to do these? So really glad that we are incorporating those. And then so I'm curious to see, sometimes when you do a movement again, your body kind of just, it just kind of adapts to it better because it's, you know, it's hitting it again. It's not the first time doing it. And so I'm curious to see how it's going to feel today, and the stiff-legged as well, because we hadn't done that one for a long time. And that one I have to really make sure that, you know, I try to keep my legs as straight as possible, and not make it into an RDL and stuff. But yeah, that was crazy. My hamstrings, yeah, I was really feeling them for that one. But I was really excited to come to the gym today. Like, I'm getting so excited to come to the gym that I'm literally forgetting that I need to eat. Like, as in like, oh, I need to make my breakfast and then we'll go. And I think that's so crazy to me because I'm like, we're cutting right now. Shouldn't I be, if anything, fixated on food because my body is, I guess, in a deficit? But I guess it's like how we say, we just redirect our focus, not like on purpose. It just kind of is happening that way because that thing is consuming more of our headspace than something else. So I obviously, like, you know, that's why it's another good thing if you actually have trouble eating because you have other things going on. Track your calories. That way you know, okay, I need to get this food in and not have to worry about it. So that's why I kind of like that we eat the same things every day. It just, like, it's just easier for me. And you know, it's funny because it used to be the opposite because I love food so much. I used to track, so that way I didn't have to worry about like, oh, am I overeating, because I am a big eater. But I guess it just can depend. And so now I'm glad that we track. That way I also know, like, okay, need to eat this, so that way we have energy for the gym. Even though mentally, like, I'm ready. I'm like, let's go and work out. I'm so excited. So, you know, because it's like, you don't want to get to the gym and then you don't have any energy and you're just like, oh man, like, you didn't set yourself up right, you know? And so it's just one of those little things, because that surprises me, that, you know, yeah, like, that with us doing the cut, like, my workouts are actually the main focus for me. Like, that's how much I'm enjoying them. And, you know, maybe it's just something to ask yourself, what is your main focus? Like, where does your mind go? Like, without really trying to make it go there, like, where does it naturally go? And kind of see if that's like something that you like, or if it's something that you feel like you would want to change, because it's no fun if your focus does go to food when you're cutting, because it's not something. And maybe that's another thing. Maybe it's because I mentally made that decision that we're cutting, you know? I'm not gonna, I guess, tempt myself with things that are not possible, that I'm not gonna be doing at the moment, you know? And so what is possible is us working out, us having a good workout, us enjoying where, you know, we've taken our physiques and how it's performing, how it's looking, and enjoying all those little things that we're capable at this moment in our journey. Because I think that's where it becomes tricky. When you start giving yourself that, like, can't even say it. You know what I'm starting to say. Leniency. There we go. Okay, so when you start giving yourself that, that's when you start to, I guess, dramatically shift your mind to focus on that, because it's almost like, you know, it's like, where do you draw the line then, you know? And that's why I tell you guys, for me, makes it easier for me, because I know maybe some people think that's harder, but I think it's easier because it's like I don't draw, like we're on a cut. Stick to the foods we're eating, have a good workout there. I don't go, well, if I'm feeling like it, maybe we will eat something that's not in our diet. Maybe won't go to the gym or something. Like when you start giving yourself choices that aren't going to really reach your goals. Because first figure out, what is it that you want? What are the goals that you want to accomplish? And then that's why you start doing what you need to do. And if anything, that mentally is so satisfying, you checking those things off. Like I go to bed happy because I'm like, I did what I needed to do to reach our goal. Even if it's going to be one day at a time, because this journey is going to take a long time. It's not something that happens in a day. It's not something that happens in a week or a month. It takes a long time. So you just knowing every day it is contributing towards your goals is so satisfying. So satisfying. And then you wake up and you do it all over again and we're obsessed with it. So, and then it translates to other things you want in your life. Okay, what do I need to do to get there? Even if, because the goal is so important to you, these little things, it doesn't consume you. It just becomes a natural routine for you, and you just keep going. And so that's what I'm just saying, like, figure out what your focus is, figure out what your goals are, and start just doing the little things. Look at it day by day, and take it from there. Because it can be so overwhelming if you're just trying to look at like, oh, wait, I have to lose this much weight. I have to go to the gym how many times? I have to, do this X, Y, and Z. Like, and you're just trying to be like a little, maybe it's going to overwhelm you. So look at it little by little. Because, even I sometimes ask myself like, wow, like we've already lost like 37 pounds. Like that's crazy. If you were to tell me that in the very beginning, I would probably be like, wow, that's going to take forever. Like that's going to take a long time. Oh my gosh. Like how's that really going to look like day by day, instead of just literally say like, okay, well, what do I need to do? What's that realistically look like? And take it day by day and not just try to like take it as a whole. And maybe that's why when you tell people your goals and your dreams, or even if the little things, when you tell them, they can sound a little overwhelming or a little scary. And that's why people may not understand it. But your dreams should be big. Your dreams and goals should be big, that it does mentally, you feel proud of yourself because, yeah, you had to take it day by day. You had to overcome something that would be something that, not everybody can do, because you mentally have to set yourself up right. You can't just decide, I'm going to stay, consistent doing something. It is a thing you have to promise yourself, because you had to stay consistent with it. You can't just say, I want to lose, X, Y, and Z amount of weight. It's something that you decided and you stayed with it and you accomplished it, and so you should be proud of all those little things. And that's why too, like if someone doesn't understand it, maybe because it's a big thing to them, and it could be for you too, but you already know, like, okay, I know the process. I have to take it day by day, and every day it's like putting little deposits towards, putting that little bit of money in the piggy bank, and then it'll add up, and you're just like, okay, we made it. We're here. We did it. And that's going to go for anything you want to accomplish in your life. So, yeah, forgot how we got on that little tangent, but I think it was because, yeah, like I said, I just really have a good time at the gym. I really enjoy it. And, lower body days are a little more mentally challenging for me, because with us being on the cut, we're not, like I said, we're not hitting PRs or anything in the gym. And I am a little harder on myself when it comes to lower body, because I'm just, I do expect more for myself, and I'm just like, oh, you're not performing. And it was nice hearing you guys in the comments saying like, it's something that, we all can relate to when we're doing a cut, that we're not hitting the exact same numbers we were when, we were in the surplus and all that stuff. And And it's funny because it's like, we know this, huh? We know this, but we're still like hard on ourselves. And yeah, I think it's just also being like realistic with ourselves. So we will try our best when we go inside and be kind to ourselves and give our best, you know, because at the end of the day, our body is going to be giving our best. It doesn't know the weight that's it's pushing. It just knows that it's doing its absolute best. And I need to give it credit for that, you know, and so you do too. If you're in that same spot where you're just kind of like being a little hard on yourself, because what's that going to do for us? You know, it's like, nah, just give it your best and be happy that you showed up for yourself. You know, you're putting it. It's because it's a little minimal thing day by day. You know, from thousands of workouts we're gonna have. But if you can look back and tell yourself, I gave my best, even if it wasn't like number wise, it wasn't maybe your best, but you know deep inside, I gave my best. That's the best you can do, because that's the best thing in life too. It's like you're gonna go through things, but if you always come up saying, I'm gonna give my best, I'm gonna show up and give my best, and in the moment I am in my life right now, that's all you can do. You know, you can't expect yourself, let's say if everything's set up right and completely, you know, perfect in your life, you're like, I'll show up my best when everything's perfect, when everything's absolutely, yeah, like everything, that's when I'll show up my best. It's like, well, no, even if everything's not perfect, everything's not probably set up to be the best it could be, I will always show up to be my best. And that's what our bodies are doing. You know, our bodies are like, yeah, maybe you're not feeding me the exact, you know, food I need to be like progressing in the gym, but like, now I'm going to show up and do my best. And it's like, we should love our bodies for doing that. You know, they're showing up, giving our best, and that's nice. Good job. So let's go ahead and head in there and get started. So apparently the bathrooms are out of order, or something's wrong with the plumbing. So we're not allowed to go bathroom at the gym. I don't know how that's going to work, because that's the most uncomfortable feeling when you need to go pee and you're working out. So let's just maybe get through this workout and hope that we don't have that feeling. So let's go ahead and do the last set for calves. Oh, calves feel good. So we actually went up in weight for the first set, and that was cool because, you know, technically my calves are still showing me some good strength here. So that's been nice. So let's go and see how leg press feels, because that's what I want to do next. So hopefully it's open. But if not, let's see if someone doesn't mind if I work in with them, since, like I said, got to make this workout efficient before I need to go bathroom. It's super empty at the gym. And I was like, oh, they probably heard that the restrooms aren't working. But then someone told me, no, it's school started for people. So that makes sense. Um, okay, so this is my last set. We're doing 2 sets of this, and it feels really good. And because I'm comparing it to, you know, the last time we did leg press and going from there. So they feel really good. We did 8 reps with this weight. We're keeping it 4 plates and a 10 on each side. And this weight feels pretty solid, because I want to do a solid 8 reps that, you know, it's like we could probably do another rep more. So let's see how the last set feels, and you know how many reps I can do. I want to aim for 8, so let's do that. I think it's funny. It's like I don't know why I do it, but my body just does it. Sometimes it looks like I'm just shaking my head, like yes, go up, go up. I don't know why. It just happens. Um, yeah, because I'm noticing, um, because I have to be really aware of like my energy, during the reps. And I'm noticing, of course, it gets harder when you have to push up. So me just acknowledging, like it's almost like wake up, make sure you push, like oh, like do it. The reps feel so much more better because it's just being so aware of your energy instead of just going through the movement, really acknowledging like power, like go push. Anyway, so it helped me with the reps, and yeah, it just feels more solid, but more tiring for sure. So that was it for that. And now I think we have some stiff legged with the barbell. So let's go and head over there. Okay, we're gonna do our rigging set with the weight that we did last time with the stiff leg. So we did a 45-minute head, and I said that was a good one because I really need to focus on trying to keep my legs as straight as possible compared to how we do an RDL. Because I'm just used to doing RDLs, but we're trying to like really get the most for our hamstring. So this will be our first working set. And I'm not gonna like kind of need to go bathroom. I need to go pee. So we're definitely gonna go before we do cardio, or maybe even before we do any posing, because it's just kind of comfortable when it gets to the point where you really need to go. Okay. I did make the notch a little more snug, and I think I like it. So let's see. Still needs to get broken into. It's not going to help with wanting to go bathroom, huh? Okay. Yeah, that's nice. I was questioning if I turned on record. We're good. Okay. Trying to take a little recap of how I felt about that set. Oh, it's funny because I think I'm just really trying to make sure, like I said, getting the most out of it for my hamstring. So, and also making sure that the knees, so I'm like flexing my glutes, keeping everything secure. It's funny. So I noticed some people do this naturally without even thinking about it. And if you're like me, you have to think about it. Because, so anyways, have to think about it. So, when people say, oh, like dig your feet into the ground, it's because when you do that, you flex your glutes. It's not even like the flexing part, it's more just like keeping everything intact and strong. And then you go down and it helps keep the knees from caving in, And that's what I'm telling you guys. It's not like we do it because we want to. It's just because you're not setting yourself up right. You're not doing all the cues you need to. Kind of like when you're doing your chest movement and making sure your back and shoulders are tucked in, and then you're pressing forward instead of like caving in like this. It's like, well, if you set this up right, it's pretty solid when you do your reps. So, that's how I see it. You set your hips up right, keep everything good, and you just go down and come back up. Then it just feels a little more fluid and solid. But that's something that I have to just tell myself. I have little cues. So let's go ahead and keep the weight. We're gonna do this one more time, and then we have our kickbacks. Okay, so I was excited to come on here because I knew we were going to be stronger the second time using this. And let's see, last time we were only able to do 9.5 or 9 pounds on each side, and now we're doing 17. So huge difference. But as I tell you guys, when you do something new, it's going to be harder than what you're truly capable of. But let's go ahead and try the 17 out because I had it at like 15, but even that was still kind of too easy for the rep range I like. So we did add a little bit more, and we'll see how this one goes. But yeah, I finally figured out how to do the ankle. What are they called? Let's see, I can't even remember now. Ankle. You guys know what I'm talking about because last video I told you I didn't know how to do it. So it's like we all are a little, I feel silly now because I'm like, now it's so obvious how you're supposed to set it up. But I guess we all have our moments. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our rig side first. Okay. 9 reps. And then we'll do the same for the other side. Keep it even. Okay, one more lift. And then honestly, I think we're gonna go bathroom. We'll find a bathroom and then do some posing. Okay, last thing. And then, like I said, I'm gonna find a restroom and then we'll worry about posing. And, like I've said, it seems that it's actually better if we do posing without a pump. Well, mostly for our thighs. Possibly not so much for our glutes. It's good when we have a pump for the glutes, but, I won't be able to focus. So Let's go ahead and, oh wait, no. I'm gonna add more weight. Let's try 250. Let's see how this one feels. Before we were able to do the whole stack, no problem, but now it kind of wavers, so now I'm not really sure. Okay. 9 reps. I feel like that was a solid weight then. Good weight. Okay, so I'll go on a little adventure and then I'll see you guys after I find a bathroom. So, man, I really take those bathrooms for granted. That's in the gym. Okay, we found a bathroom. We're all good. Um, let's do some of our posing. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I think if anything, I overthink my lower body posing because like I want to make sure I'm posing even my upper. But with the upper, I'm just like, okay, just upper. Oof. I don't know if it's still too bright. I know it's slight, but we're able to see the hamstrings a little bit more than usual. I think it's on my right side. Okay. Wow, it seems really bright. Wow, my whole camera game is off. Not that I had any, but I'm just like fidgeting with it a lot more than usual. And then now you don't see my quads. Well, we'll get there, you guys. We'll get there. It'll happen. Okay. Yeah. That might be it. We'll do this one, just trying to do a vacuum, flex my legs, and then also keep a relaxed face. I don't think any of that came out. Okay, so we'll just send the posing there and We've got some cardio to do. It was funny how in the beginning I was talking about you can't just wait for everything to be perfect to do something. And yeah, just how today the bathrooms weren't working, and then later the internet wasn't working, so I wasn't able to listen to my music, and those are just like the little things, but it did affect the workout a little bit because when we were doing the stiff-legged, I when I put on the belt and it was pushing on my bladder, I'm like, oh man, I need to go, and it just kind of like messed with that set, and I was like kind of bummed. And I'm like, okay, I need to go and figure out where to go bathroom. And then with me already needing to go, I didn't really drink my water. So then I was like thirsty when I was doing my cardio. And then also with the music not working, I was kind of just doing cardio with like listening to nothing. So it made the workout a little more tough than usual. But I guess if anything, that's the example that, we need to set up for ourselves, is that when everything's not exactly perfect, because of course these things, if there is bathroom, if there is music on, and you're able to like, get in the spirit of like getting into the workout, or whatever it is to you, it makes it more enjoyable, and it does make it nice. And but there are going to be days where things are a little out of your control that you can't really change. But it's like, okay, well, what can we do? Can we just say, oh, you know what? No music, what? Let's just go home. Like, it's not worth it, or whatever that is. And realize that sometimes the excuses we make for ourselves are actually kind of funny. But we never, in a way, it's something that we don't like say out loud. Like if you are struggling to do something, start trying to do it, whatever that is. So let me give you an example. In the beginning, when I was, trying to get my tripod up and record these videos for you guys, I found myself stating every statement to not do it, and then realizing how silly I sounded, because I was just like, well, maybe I'll record when no one's here at the gym. Because it was so embarrassing. And I'm like, well, when you say it out loud, I'm like, okay, who's not going to be here at the gym? People are always at the gym. Like, what kind of statement is that? And then realizing like that was the hugest one. That was the huge one, because I just felt so uncomfortable. Like, I didn't know what people were going to think, like with me bringing out a tripod and recording and talking, to you guys and stuff in the gym. And honestly, that was like the biggest one. And I'm just like, oh, okay, do you hear yourself? Like, it's either you commit and just do it, or you realize you're never going to do it, because this scenario you're putting for yourself is never going to happen. There's never not going to be anyone at the gym, so you have two choices. What are you going to do? Are you going to just follow through, or you should just, okay, then never put up the camera and technically just give up on that aspect of whatever you wanted to do. And I was like, wow, like, yeah, like, you know what, let's just do this. And so I picked up the camera and I recorded, because in a way I didn't want to face what was really stopping me, and that was just, yeah, scared of what other people would think, scared of, like, yeah, I mean, pretty much that is a big reason, I think. It's just because it's uncomfortable to do something that, people can think a certain way of you or judge you or whatever. And I started, that's why I told you guys when we started, I was, the heaviest I've ever been. And I would think, well, who am I to pick up a camera and start recording? Who do I think I am? I'm no one. And, just thinking all these things, but... So I'm just saying, it's weird, we've gone on a little tangent there, but I'm just saying, like, those things that you want to do, okay, yeah, back to what I was saying, the things you want to do, if you're not realizing the excuses you're giving yourself, like hear yourself. What are you telling yourself, and what's stopping you from doing it? and realize like, okay, do you have any control over these excuses you're saying? Like, for instance, like, do I have any control of no one being at the gym? Like, no, there's going to be people at the gym. So either, yeah, I decide to record or I don't, if that's what's going to really be the breaking point for me. So see what that is for you. Like, if you want to start working out, what is it? Is it because, yeah, you're scared of what people are going to think when you go in the gym? Because maybe you are lost. Maybe you're not sure what to do. But if you realize, like, that's the only thing from stopping you, like, you should go for it, because we all start somewhere. Like, even I tell you, like, when I'm still learning something new, I feel kind of silly because I'm like, yeah, now it's obvious, right? Later on, you figure out these things and you're like, oh, wow, now it's obvious. But we all start somewhere, and I think that's the thing. Just being honest with yourself of the things that you tell yourself, and see what happens. See what you end up accomplishing, because you start to be realistic and honest, and kind of not like hiding away from what you really are fearful of and what's stopping you. Because that's the biggest thing, right? Like, it sucks when we let fear stop us. And that is the hugest thing. That's the hugest theme with a lot of the things we don't get done in our life, because we're scared. Because we don't know what will happen. We don't know something, and we're just like, you know what? If I don't know, I don't want to deal with that. I want to do the things I know is going to be happening and all that stuff. So yeah, that's sometimes not how things work out. So, bet on yourself and follow through with what deep down that you really want to follow through with. And, it's going to be tough. It's going to feel a little uncomfortable. That's why they say I don't know about, you grow from the uncomfortableness, but you have to be brave. I think that's the biggest thing. Be brave. And know that it is going to be a little uncomfortable because it's new and you're scared, but it's okay. So let's end the video there. I have to go and get some groceries and stuff. So I will see you guys for upper tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for watching.